funny how the story goes. Little hope but bigger dreams. They try to bring a sucker down, singing louder than the crowd. Listen the rhythm, I'm feeling brand new. Keep pushing forward, it's gonna save you. Never look down, love, not when we shine so bright.
Hello ladies and welcome, as you can see, to another decluttering of my basement. So I started decluttering a long time ago and there are still bits and pieces that are left in the basement that I need to tackle. I basically moved on to other parts of the house, but today we are back over here. We're gonna clean up this closet right here, and then we're gonna also check on the pantry because it's starting to overflow and I need to organize a little bit. So let's get going. So this is the area we're gonna be tackling. I just have a bunch of random stuff in here, and this closet that I feel like mostly is empty boxes and just random bags. I don't know how many bags do we need. Some random stuff over here as well. We're trying to make a little gym over here. As you can see, this is the pantry. So if you didn't watch my declutter of this pantry, you can see it now. The shelves are not bad, but I have been getting some stuff, and as you can see, I put them on the floor because I needed to check some of the things over there, and it's just getting, you can see it's just slowly getting cluttered. So this is my cue to go back in and put stuff away, and I'm also gonna do an inventory of all the things I have using one of the templates I have created for myself. I'm gonna link them down below as well. But yeah, let's tackle this mess.
Why you wanna let me go now? Are you saying that to change your mind? For love or pity, let me know now. Cause your love made me go blind.
So as you can see, this particular closet is filled with just random bags and old pictures and just the most random stuff. I think when we moved into this house, we just kind of shoved some things in there, and everything basically on the right side has been sitting there. Nobody has been looking at that for a few years now. On the left, we have some like coolers that we use, throughout the summer as needed. But it's just one of those spaces that's just, forgotten, if you will. It's in the basement, it's behind the door. Although in this particular case, the door is open more often than not for that closet. But like I said, it was finally time to tackle that last bit of a basement clutter. There are still things that I want to organize in there, but as far as like the major clutter, this is it. This is still like the visible when you get in the basement. It's still like there was a corner that was just full of stuff. So it was finally time to tackle that last part of it. And I am extremely happy that it's finally off my to-do list. So if you are new here, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I have been on a decluttering journey for a while. And with the basement declutter, I think I started last November. So it's a long time ago, and I got most of it cleared off and decluttered, and then I kind of moved to other parts of the house, and now it was time to finally get back. So I'm gonna leave the decluttering playlist for the basement so you can see how it looked before, because it was an absolute disaster. It's embarrassing to even talk about it, but at the end of the video you're gonna see how it's basically a clear space right now. So definitely happy with how it turned out. And as you can see, I'm looking through some papers I had from a job that I no longer am at for like the past, 10 years. So just like hidden stuff in there. This is another one. I found a wedding gift that I put away. It was part of like a set, and the other parts I am using, and this one completely forgot it was there. So you find some gems when you are decluttering. So let me know what is the latest thing you have found when you were decluttering. Anything interesting that you just completely forgot that you had, or something that you have found that you were looking for a long time, and when you started decluttering, then you randomly found it, because it's definitely something I do as well.
take a beat from my better self. It's like no one else even really scratches the surface. 'Cause nobody gets me. I'm looking for faith, looking for love in every direction. I'm looking for someone to show me the way when my map is torn up. Give me a light when my torch is blown out. Let me escape from my hideaway. I give up all of my little addiction.
And if you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Marta. I am a full-time working mom of 2, and on my channel you're gonna see a lot of videos about decluttering, organizing, implementing different systems as far as like home management goes, because I feel like we are so busy and being pulled in all kinds of different directions that anything we can do in our house to simplify, to put a system in place to make it just easier for things to flow better, so we can just concentrate on the things that we truly want to do, and find just that way more time to spend with our kids, with our families. So the pile that I'm in front of, that's basically what you see as soon as you enter the basement. So this was this last corner in the basement, what I call it, where there was just, a bunch of boxes, cluttering away. So like I said before, definitely happy I was decluttering. I was amazed how many bags I found. I don't know if this is something that is in my culture, to just hoard all the bags, because we might need them one day. I mean, I do sometimes use a bag for when I'm giving stuff for donations, but in general I really don't need a whole giant corner of a closet for random bags. So they were all going away. As you are gonna see, I kept a few of them because I do use them, like when we go with the kids to different activities and they have a lot of stuff, I have a couple of bags that I use, but definitely not all of them. So definitely let me know if any of you have that problem with hoarding different kinds of bags, random bags, because you might need it, or if you have any other item that you do that with. Definitely let me know.
You've told me more than once to show you my intention. My brain gets blocked at times, but now somehow I'll give you my attention. You've got to know that I ain't a person who understands all the clockwork of our romance. You make me feel so alive, always there in my mind. But I just don't know if I'll dance with the lights on. If you're gonna be moving on solo, wait a second, 'cause they're playing the best song. I'll be there if you reach out to me. Reach out to me.
And this is another item or type of item that was just overtaking that space, and those are like old pictures. So a little story behind this. We moved into our house 5 years ago, and all those boxes with pictures, framed pictures, were meant to be put up in our new house, so this house. So they have been sitting in the basement for 5 years. It's pretty ridiculous if you ask me. So every time we went to the basement, we were like, oh, we need to hang those pictures. And we have been saying that for, like I said, 5 years. So at this point, because they were in the boxes, and those boxes were being moved around from one corner of the basement to another, plus, with the move, which, again, 5 years, guys, they were just not looking good. They were just damaged or scratched, and it just didn't look good anymore. So we finally decided, what, it's time to just get rid of all of it. Get rid of the frames. I kept a couple of them that were looking good, so I can reuse them. But for the most part, it all had to go. And it was very weird to get rid of stuff like that, especially, the pictures. And I'm like, it's all outdated. It's all the pictures of our kids as babies, and we already have some pictures in the house of them as babies. It's time to put out some pictures of, how they look right now, and finally get some pictures frames and do it. But it's one of those things that, I kept on procrastinating on. Oh, we're gonna do it this year, we're gonna do it in the summer, we're gonna do it in the winter, and we just never got to it. And as much as it was just feeling weird to get rid of a lot of stuff, I knew that this was just needed. So I think I'm finally getting into this, decluttering journey where I'm getting into those like sentimental things, and it's getting easier now that I have decluttered all the other stuff to decide, what I can get rid of and what I can keep. So mind you, we obviously have those pictures in a digital form, so it's not like I'm losing any memories here, but it's just one of those items that we were definitely procrastinating on, and I was so happy to finally clear that off from our basement. So if you are on a decluttering journey just at the beginning of it, my recommendation is to leave all the sentimental stuff until the very end. Start with things that don't require so much like thought, and it's not pulling on your heart. Get rid of the regular clutter and leave the sentimental things till the end. I still have to go through some boxes that I have, in on the other side of my basement that has some sentimental stuff, but I think for the most part it's just things, how to organize it better versus get rid of stuff. So that's something that definitely I'm leaving for probably for winter months to figure out a good system for that. But I was thinking how long of a journey this has been, because like I said, I started decluttering using this declutter like a mother method in November, I think. Maybe it was October, actually, not November. But so it's almost a year, like when I think about it. And it's a long journey, and I did take it slow, as you can see, a year to get rid of a lot of stuff. But, it's possible. Do it kind of, slow and steady. And I cannot believe the difference it has made, both how my house looks, how my house feels, and how much kind of less clutter I have, not just physically, but mentally. So if you are just starting, don't get discouraged. Keep doing what you're doing, and I promise you're gonna see results both physically and mentally with the decluttering journey.
Wake me up, I'm getting tired of sleep. Think I've had enough. I've been gone, but haven't done much healing. It's pretty clear to me. Kinda strange how I can take a beat from my better self. It's like no one else even really scratches the surface. There's nobody.
So here's a little update. I basically put all the bins that were outside of closet with like different like keepsakes, like old photo albums. And once this closet is done, when we finish this basement, then we can actually nicely put it on a shelf. But for now, I just want it out of sight. And here are some donations. And over here, we have just a bunch of garbage. But that's quite a bit. I have some stuff over here for my husband to look through. This needs to go upstairs. And let me give you a view for this angle. Still some stuff I have to go through.
Yes, nobody gets me. I'm looking for faith, looking for love in every direction. I'm looking for someone to show.
So this is the other corner of the basement. It has been decluttered, I think right before Christmas or Thanksgiving last year, when I kind of finally organized it in a way that I can see what I have. And as I said at the beginning of the video, it's just started to feel like it's overflowing a little bit. So that's kind of, my cue to get in there and start clearing off some stuff, start organizing it a little bit so it doesn't get out of control again. So it didn't take me that long. I kind of visually, I think it seemed like there was a lot because I had some stuff on the floor. And during summertime, we just had, birthday parties and, a lot of like entertainment. So there was just a lot of extra stuff, like, a lot of cups, a lot of paper plates, stuff that, we don't use every day. So it just kind of looked like there was, a lot of stuff overflowing, but it only took probably 20 minutes to kind of go through and put everything away. And as I was doing that, I did notice that I could use some more organization with some of the shelves. So that's the time that I'm gonna take over the next few weeks to figure out, what I need. Now that I had the system for probably 9-10 months, I kind of know, what I like about it and what I don't. And now I can kind of concentrate on making it more functional and making it look better, because that was one of the main mistakes I have made in the past when I was decluttering, is to concentrate more on the organization versus decluttering. So the system that I use right now is, first I declutter and worry about how it looks and how it is organized later, once I got a chance to kind of use it for a little bit to see what's gonna work. And that has helped me just, declutter a lot more stuff, because I am not preoccupied with, well, how is that gonna look like? What container should I get? I just concentrate on getting rid of stuff that I don't need. And then once I do that, the next step is to actually organize it.
You were my best friend. Didn't care about the
And the last step was to do that pantry inventory I have mentioned. So I created some printables that I have on my Etsy shop in case you guys are looking for either some ideas or to purchase one. And I just wanted to take an inventory of this pantry downstairs and start keeping track of what I have. Because one of the things that I have noticed is, even though it still looks much better than it did in the past, I sometimes forget what I have. And I just need a good inventory so I don't overbuy, and it's easier for me to meal plan. So let me know if you keep an inventory of your pantry, your freezer, your fridge, and if that is helping you when you are meal planning and grocery shopping. So this is the end result. As you guys can see, it looks 100 times better. This is just a little corner that I still have some things to sell, and for some plants I need to replant. This is the closet. Like I said, I put basically all the like photo albums and things, like, keepsakes in there for us to do it someday. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some motivation to go after some of your spaces. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.
too deep.